Once upon a time, in a tranquil countryside, there was a humble little pond surrounded by vibrant reeds and tall grass. In this peaceful setting, a mother duck patiently waited for her eggs to hatch. One by one, the eggs cracked open, and fluffy ducklings emerged into the world. However, one egg took a bit longer to hatch, and when it finally did, there was a collective gasp from the other ducklings. The newcomer was different. He was larger, with awkwardly long legs and a beak that seemed too big for his tiny body. His feathers were a mottled mix of gray and brown, unlike the soft yellow down of his siblings. The other ducklings quacked and chirped, casting curious glances at the odd-looking newcomer. It was clear from the beginning that he was the ugly duckling of the brood. The mother duck, though surprised, embraced her odd-looking offspring with love. She didn't care about his appearance. He was her son, and that was all that mattered. However, the other animals in the pond weren't as understanding. The little duckling was teased and ridiculed by the more conventionally cute ducklings, and even by the older ducks. Heartbroken, the ugly duckling decided to leave the pond in search of a place where he would be accepted for who he was. His journey took him through meadows, forests, and over hills. Along the way, he encountered various animals who also judged him based on his appearance. A wise old owl, however, saw the duckling's true beauty within and encouraged him to embrace his uniqueness. Despite the challenges, the ugly duckling pressed on, hoping to find a place where he belonged. Seasons changed, and so did the duckling. As he grew, his feathers transformed into a stunning array of white, and his once awkward body became graceful and majestic. Unbeknownst to the duckling, he was not a duck at all, but a beautiful swan. One day, as the transformed swan glided across a serene lake, he caught a glimpse of his reflection. To his amazement, he realized he was no longer an ugly duckling, but a magnificent swan. The other swans on the lake welcomed him with open wings, and for the first time, he felt a sense of belonging. The once ugly duckling had found his true family, and he was surrounded by creatures who appreciated him for who he had become. The story of the ugly duckling teaches us that true beauty lies not in conformity, but in embracing our differences and allowing ourselves to grow into the unique individuals we are meant to be. And so, the swan lived happily ever after, surrounded by friends who cherished him for the graceful and elegant being he had become. The pond he left behind became a distant memory, and he soared through the skies, grateful for the journey that had led him to his true home, a place where he was loved and accepted, not in spite of his differences, but because of them.
Subscribe now. Thank you for watching.